Hit and
Hello. Don't worry, I'll leave you in. I'm serious. We're in.
Are we in?
Yeah, we're in. Welcome to the Zatu live weekly Stitch Up Andru contest. I just need to find that picture now. We are here. We are going to bring you some news. We're going to bring you some new releases. We're going to bring you some of our Kickstarter picks as well, for a change. But as we always do, we'll tell you something we're excited about this week. Excited about my T-shirt, look.
Yeah, it's nice. Look at that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, my wife got me that.
It's beautiful, that.
Thank you. What have you been playing or receiving this week?
Well,
just setting me up for my one, you see, with receiving.
Oh, good. So have you received some sweetness?
You know what it is. You know what it is. Bonk.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. This is what I got.
He's disconnecting from the Matrix. Oh, lovely shot of your back.
Hello. Check it out. This is what I received this week from my Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
Excellente. And this was like 2 months early as well. So
yeah, that seemed really quick. That.
Yeah, really good.
Have you played it yet?
Not yet. No. I'm going to the pub tonight, so I might take it along with me actually.
And get kicked out.
This is Yorkshire. People are really friendly in the pubs here.
When you hit them with a foam burrito.
I mean, this is a really nice squishy. It just feels great. I've not let my daughter see it yet because she'll be like,
smell disgusting.
Does smell vile, absolutely vile.
Interestingly, I've been looking at the not the top pledge because I think it's quite expensive for what it is, but the Cyanide and Happiness one, which is something that I wouldn't normally back, but I think it'd have really good applications in groups about prejudice and stuff like that. I think it could be used otherwise. So
yes, I have also been looking at that and pondering it,
but only the small. Oh, there they are. Only the small bit. I was wondering why they went. I received Lander. This is a Kickstarter that's coming in February, so it's ages away. But this is one of the best produced prototypes. I want to call it a pre-Kickstarter, not a prototype, because it's basically done, essentially, almost like it has plastic insert, it has everything in its own section. I need to read those, actually. They're not what I thought they were. They're different setups. Has 3 ways to set up, so you can gradually get into the game. And then it had stickers, and I was like, oh, I don't know if these will come in a Kickstarter. The stickers were thicker than some card. It's ridiculous. They just... I mean, I can't peel it off now, but it was really good quality. And the round ones had tabs, so you basically were guided to stick them in, so they were stuck in perfectly. I was
I like that.
This is amazing. So very much looking forward to playing that. I can get in a kind of terraforming Marsy feel from it, but different enough and a bit more interactive because you're all kind of competing on the same map, which you were on Terraforming Mars, but you're kind of working together towards those goals. Whereas in this one, you're definitely scrambling around for the resources with each other.
Cool. I mean, the artwork on it looks brilliant as well.
Yes.
I saw your unboxing the other day, and I was pleased. I was pleased with what I saw.
It's been in production for a long time. I saw it over 2 years ago at the UK Games Expo. So if you want to know more about that, landofthegame.com. They have actually sent these out to people so you can play this before you pledge. And you'll find all the details about that on landofthegame.com. Zatu Cafe's getting one, I believe. So that'd be a good place to go and play it. We had a couple of questions on the old thingy. Do we happen to know if and when Talisman Batman Supervillains Edition will be released in the UK? No. We will ask, and if we know, we'll send you a message. Because you are a top fan, Andrew. That was from Andrew. Will you ever put a filter to admit out of stock when browsing your web page? That's a good idea. I will send that on to the web team via an intermediary. But yeah, I like to, when I'm browsing board game sites, I like to admit the out of stock options so I know exactly what's in. Andrew, let's get some news.
Where you can spend your money.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Let's get some news. Right, do you know the app Reigns?
No.
Might have it. You don't. Reigns is like a really cool story app. Do I have it anymore? On the iPad. Helpful. Reigns is a really cool story app where the mechanism is swiping left or right. So, like a dating app, but you have your decisions, and people come to you and say, "What's your decision in this?" And that you slowly swipe it, and it kind of indicates what your answer will be, and you swipe it the other way, and you can indicate that way what your answer will be. It's there's 3 versions now. One of it is a Game of Thrones inspired version, so themed one. I'm getting slated for not having my Zatu t-shirt on. Sweaty. It's in the wash.
It's appalling.
So there is a card game version of Reigns coming. Not quite sure how they're going to fit in that swipe left and right mechanic into a card game, but it seems eminently doable. Whether you just have to go to the left and right, and you can go exploring in dungeons in the app, you can fence in the app. It's really quite clever. It's a paid app, so you get everything in there, and there's no in-app purchases, I don't believe. And like I said, they've got 3 versions. If you like the Game of Thrones version, you can buy that. So Reigns, the app, is coming to tabletop.
Is that Rings with a G?
Reigns.
Or Reigns with a G?
Yes.
Good. Glad we've cleared that up.
And we've got, here we go, look. Someone with knowledge has just come on. No known UK date for a UK release for that Batman game. To be fair, the UK is not going to be too badly off without another Talisman game.
Oof. Wow. You went there. Right, is it me to bring some news?
Yeah, a correction from last week.
It is some news. It's not a correction. So I believe this is what happened last week. When I announced the sorrow of Century New World not coming out till August, I believed that those people, the people that need to know, were listening in to our live news and thought, oh my word, look at the grief on Andrew's face. What can we do about this? What can we do about this? Let's release it now. And so people, you can thank me.
Yeah.
But Century New World is now available to purchase on our website.
There is one problem with that.
What's that?
Is that when we broadcast last week, it was the big Facebook glitch and no one actually saw it live.
That was the week before.
Was it?
Yeah.
Come
on. So,
I'm getting old.
Get your weeks and your Facebook glitches.
We could just
out.
blame Josh. He told us. He gave us the dates. So. Yeah. Also, in another slightly retraction, sad news, well, sad or good depending on your point of view, we talked about Eldorado having a reprint with bigger cards. Ravensburger have since confirmed that is only for new markets, so markets where the game isn't already existing. This makes me more angry than last week.
Well, I think there was quite a lot of upsetness, wasn't there?
There was some because of if people have just bought it or whatever. It also shoots down my prediction for this month because now people carry on buying Eldorado. So that's bad news. Good news for me. So the new lovely Vincent Dutray illustrated version of Eldorado, I assume will not be coming to English-speaking markets of the UK and America because there's already versions out. That's what Ravensburger has said. It's their partners who are releasing it, which makes me think, why have they done this? I want big cards.
What you could do is you could find a location where they're selling it and go on holiday there.
I thought you were going to say hire an assassin, but yeah, that's probably a cheaper version.
I was going to go the nicer version.
They did say that they did hint that future expansions would be compatible with so there'd be 2. There's going to be 2 versions basically, by the sounds of it.
Brilliant.
Take us to space, baby.
I will. So those of you that are X-Wing fans and have got those massive, colossal ships in the display cabinets because you've not been able to play them on the table, fasten your spaceship seatbelt because Fantasy Flight are releasing a big battle conversion kit. And so you will be able to take those from the display and mantelpiece onto the table for a huge battle thing.
Isn't it called
Royale?
The Huge Ship Conversion Kit?
Yeah.
Don't say that fast.
Something like that. The big ship.
Have you played X-Wing?
Never.
Always stayed away from it, but I do have Battlestar Galactica version. And I quite fancy that tripods versus triplanes.
I feel like if I was to get into it, I would probably become single.
Breach it.
Yeah, and I can't have that happen. So
because then you wouldn't be able to afford board games.
Very true. Very true.
Right, our last bit of news is about Fossils. Fossils is from the team who bought us Wreck Raiders, Problem Picnic. There's that new one. Is it just called Bugs, the new set collection game? Is there one called Bugs? I think there is. And the reason I mention this is I've just got the email through today from Kids Table Board Gaming, and this is a 3D. I can't find any pictures anywhere, but apparently there is little pouches with bones in it, and you have to actually dig.
Wow.
So I'm really interested. I mean, I imagine what's in my head and what the reality is are very different, but it sounds really cool anyway. It sounds like there's, hopefully there's more than a gimmick there, but they have done really interesting games before. Like Wreck Raiders is a phenomenal family and gamer night game. And I think they've kind of done really well in the market. Same with Problem Picnic, where you're rolling dice with ants on for area control and trying to knock other people's dice off. So I'm really looking forward to that one too. So that's Fossils. I think it's coming straight to retail, but if that's not true, we'll let you know if there's a Kickstarter out. Speaking of Kickstarter, Andrew, we're going to start shedding some light on some of our Kickstarter picks. These might not be the most popular ones, but they'll be ones that we have caught our interest, basically.
Yes, they have caught our interest. So first up, one that was released yesterday is Canine Kleptomaniacs. A really, really nice kind of set collection, little family filler game. The artwork is brilliant. I love it. It almost feels kind of like Exploding Kitten-esque in the artwork.
Okay.
Only not amazingly graphic or anything like that, but it's great fun. It's family. Remember, family show. Us Hairy Game Lords got to preview a copy and absolutely loved it. I mean, I like a game with great artwork, but that had it, and it also just had this great feel about it. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes to play. Basically, you are a dog.
You're a dog?
No, you're a dog. You're a dog. Said it again. Boom. And you are finding basically your owner's things around the house and then hiding them. Excellent. And you've got to try and get into the coveted master's bedroom, a locked door, to find the best stuff in there. So it is a lot of fun. Well worth checking out. That is from some people in Devon. So come on, UK. Let's support our own.
And it does have golden Y-fronts in, I believe.
It does. And those golden Y-fronts have a little face on them as well. Hello.
Don't all Y-fronts have a little face, living organism on them?
What are you backing?
Probably. One of the two I'm looking at is Rush MD, which is the next in the Kitchen Rush line of games, where you're working together using timers, egg timers, sand timers.
Okay.
And this one, I played Kitchen Rush. I really enjoyed it, but I thought it's really hard. So I quite like the Doctor theme, because one of the things in Kitchen Rush was trying to keep on top of your money. I quite like the look of this one with where you only have one timer each, and then the rest are nurses, which you can all use. But once you've used one, someone else can't use it till it's run out. And it comes with 12, sounds really dodgy, it comes with some syringes. But you've got these, so they're, more like the baby ones for feeding medicine, but you've got to drop blood tokens into the syringes at certain stations and things like that using tweezers. So it seems to mix that kind of rush world, which they did really well in Kitchen Rush, with that Dr. Panic game that came out, where there was different stations and you have like dexterity challenges, not too heavily, they're just simple things, but adding that next level of theme. So that's Rush MD from Artipia Games. That just came out, I think tomorrow. It came out tomorrow.
Brilliant! It just came out tomorrow. Fantastic.
Yeah, it came out tomorrow.
Excellent. Well, my other Kickstarter is called Vector Wars, and I have to say it needs help. It's not doing too well, but I have to say I don't understand why it's not doing too well, because like it is a brilliant game. The artwork is fantastic on it. It's a 2-player sort of card placement strategy game. It's really good fun and really balanced as well. So actually, you could get really good at it, but still play a new player at it, and that new player hasn't got any hope in winning. They've actually got some hope because it's so well balanced, and you still have a really good game between the two of you. And also the scoring is really close as well. So sometimes it may feel like one person's running away with it, and then when it comes down to the scoring at the end, actually that final score is really close. So us Hairy Game Lords got to preview it. We really enjoyed it. That's Vector Wars, currently on Kickstarter. It's well worth checking out and getting involved with.
And if people go take a look at it, Ellie, who created it, is very up for taking some feedback on how the page should be different and things like that. He's already tried a few things. But like I say, I think it's just one of those things where sometimes a 2-player game struggles a bit more on Kickstarter if it's not got the miniatures in and stuff like that. Everyone I've heard who's played it, the first thing they talk about is the balance of the cards, that you have a chance. And I talked to him, I had an interesting interview with him about that. It was really interesting, the maths that he put into that, and how he actually learned he was wrong about some things on the balance. That was quite cool. Next for me is Daily Magic's new game, Mangraves of Valeria. And pretty much I hear Valeria and I'm like, yeah. But some just really interesting things in this one. It's like their other games, it's easy to learn what to do, but then the options open up from this. I really liked Card Kingdoms because it was so generous with the resources. It gave you a chance to really plan what you want to do, because buying cards wasn't as much as an option. The option was buying the right cards and not buying too many. And I'm glad they're not expanding that anymore, because I've got everything. But Mangraves is more kind of worker placement-y, still some set collection, multi-use cards depending on where you put them on the board, on your player board, and it's getting a really good buzz for being easy to play, but giving you those options. And Daily Magic, I think, are one of those companies that do really good productions, so I'm excited by that.
Yes, and the Miko is the artist, isn't he? I think
always.
His stuff is brilliant.
Always.
Basically, whatever he does, I'm always like, I'm in.
Christopher, my friend, has asked, what are the Kickstarters you guys should have arriving next week? I assume he's meaning the store, but that will come in our new releases. So just wait for that. I don't know what I've got coming next. I was just trying to have a look. I'm due Pipeline soon. Pipeline is dispatched, I think. So I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
I'm due loads.
Yeah, I'm due a lot, and I just instead of waiting, instead of looking, I just think now I'm just going to get it through.
I got
Kickstarter is buying a present for your future self, and and therefore I just like to wait and be like, oh, cool.
Yeah. Right. Let's hit. Speaking of which, some of these have been on Kickstarter. Let us hit the new releases. And I'll come straight in with the Chronicles of Crime Redview, which is the new expansion for Chronicles of Crime from... Oh, he did mean us too, you dingus. I think he's calling me a dingus there.
Right.
He meant us too, you dingus.
He's got you.
There's no grammar. And Tom's saying he's got Lifeform coming soon. Yeah, Volfarium, Snowdonia, maybe Court of the Dead and Bargain Quest. Still waiting for Welcome to, and then Pipeline. It's in the pipeline.
Excellent. It's good.
That's not even on my list, actually. Oh, no, it is. So, Chronicles of Crime Red View. What I really like about this expansion, which, again, this should be arriving with me soon, is that both expansions have not just followed the same track as the base game. So the Noir expansion gave you different options rather than specialists to consult. Red View is being described as a Stranger Things style adventure. So you're taking a specific character, you and your friends are taking characters that all have their own stats, and you're going to be rolling for successes, rolling for challenges. You want the character with the most charisma to take the charisma challenge, that sort of thing. So cool. I am really keen to see how this one goes. It's an interesting strategy because obviously the people who like the crime core might not enjoy the rolling for the dice as much, or that it's a story mystery more than a crime that's solvable. But I think that for me, it's positive anyway. Even if I turn around and say, I didn't really enjoy the experience, this shows how strong that core system is. That is available on our website to pre-order, coming out. It'll probably go live tomorrow for £18 and 28 of your English pence.
Wow, that's a bargain Irish right there. Fantastic.
Hit me with one of yours, baby.
I will hit you with one of mine, and it's going to be Sentry New World. That is coming out. It's the third in this saga that's been coming out every year. And what I am excited about, because I've got Sentry Spice Road and then Sentry Eastern Promise. And then, so there was those two games. And then
Eastern Wonders.
Eastern Wonders. I had a unique edition. Eastern Promise, isn't that like Turkish Delight or something like that? I love Turkish Delight. Anywho. So what I like about those two games is that they're good standalone games, and then they create a other game within the two when you mash them together. That is what is going to be happening with New World as well. So it will bring in its own game, and then it will bring in the new mashup game also, involving, I believe, all three together. Amazing.
The beauty of this is when this arrives, you've essentially got, is it 3 games or 4 games to review? Because doesn't it mash with the first one, and it mashes with the second one, and it mashes with both, and then you can play it on your own?
Yeah, I hadn't realised that I had to review all of those. So that's
4 games in one box.
Good. That is it's well worth getting. And also it is well worth getting from Zatu, because it is a staggering £27 and 68 pennies. Fantastic.
The 7s are back. Yes.
Boom.
Tukai. The new game from, what are they called now? Next Move, isn't it? All the 4-letter word games, which sounds ruder than I meant it to. In this game, you're getting 4x1 blocks, like in 4 different colours. You're rolling a dice, which tells you which way to rotate the challenge card, and then you have to stack these in the same way as the challenge card. However, what's neat about this system is you also have a number of weirdly shaped white blocks, which are invisible for the sake of the challenge card. So one challenge might have a blue... Sorry, Tom Gorner's just come on with... well, what do you think his comment will be, Andrew?
Something about sisters?
No, not quite. The other thing he says. Save 5%.
Is he really He's touting...
He's touting his discount code. So back to Tukai, or Decadence 5.
Such a sellout.
Tukai is, so these white blocks are invisible. So you might look at the challenge card and the blue one is like floating in the air. You're like, how am I meant to do that? Well, you have to work it out using these white blocks. So it's full of challenges like that. The cards can be rotated in different directions depending on the type of the difficulty of the challenge. And, you know, I was saying to you earlier that I kind of bet against Reef and then really regretted it because I got Reef. I love it. So I'm dead keen to try Tuki, and just see if it's got some more of that next move game magic. And this is available for 29,
Mhm.
27.
Oh, sevens have it. Boom.
There we go.
Fantastic. Right, well, Men at Work is coming out, and this is a dexterity game. I like my dexterity games. And basically, you have got a whole load of wooden components, lots of different kind of like girders, effectively. Can you just be careful when, excuse me, when you're itching? I've got headphones and it is so loud. You scratching your
Sorry.
stubble.
My manly beard.
Your manly stubble. Excellent. Anyway, Men at Work. Basically, you've got all these different girders. You've got these wooden meeple men that are quite sturdy. They also come with little clip-on hard hats, as you do. You know, you've got to think of health and safety.
Yeah.
And yeah, so basically, you are drawing cards and choosing, and from the cards, you have to select a thing to build up, whatever kind of a girder or a man. You have to place the girders on the men as well, and so basically, you're building a structure, and you don't want to knock it down.
Yeah. It's called Men at Work.
Looks a lot of fun. I'm excited.
Got a woman on the front cover, so that's good.
That's good. That is good.
Woman at work.
Brilliant.
People at work.
People. Mankind. The human race.
That was
brilliant.
a trap to out your sexist ways.
Oh, you did it. Dear me. And it is only £36.05 for a dexterity game. That is fandiddlyastic. And the component quality is brilliant on this game as well. So
yeah, I think they've really worked on their inserts since the early days of the wooden behemoths, the things that were quite difficult to get back in. Right, we are on to a classic two-player game that has a second edition. This is Jaipur. I'm glad you're so excited by it, Andrew. Jaipur is a two-player trading set collection game that has a really clever mechanic of camels, where certain times you will take camels, but then you can trade them in for more than you would normally get. But the player at the end of the game with the most camels also gets a bonus. The old version had beautiful components, was really clever. You're basically trying to sell types of goods first to get more points, but if you sell less of them, you get less points, but you get more points if you do it first still. So it's like that kind of almost like a race game. Works really well for two players, and the second edition is coming in at £14 and 9 pence.
9 pence.
Nine.
Yeah. How do they do it? 9 pence.
Voodoo.
Wow. So, at long last, the retail version of Villagers is available. Yay! Villagers was a very, very successful Kickstarter from Sinister Fish Games. There it is. I've got my copy. I can't reach it, but it's down there. And yeah, so basically it's the kind of a tableau building game. Oh, look at you. Oh, very nice. Could you make any more noise?
Hurry up, I'm getting itchy again.
Yeah, okay. Tableau building game. You're basically creating a village, believe it or not. Lots of cool things in this. Lots of great kind of chained mechanism in there as well. The rule book is a little. It feels like a little bit heavy from the rule book, but once you get past that, watch a playthrough video. Once you get past all of that, this game just it is a dream. It plays so well. It's so easy. It's just such a good game. And what number? How many people can play it again? Something like, is it 2 to 5? Is it or something? Or
I think it goes to 5. Yeah.
So always good. I like it when
1 to 5. It's got one.
5.
It's got the Countess in, hasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Or is that an expansion?
I've got the. Oh yeah, maybe the expansion doesn't come with the retail. Anyway, so good times. I always like it when a game pushes the limit from 4 to 5. I like that. Oh, and so Villagers, the retail edition is £17.57.
7. Excellent.
Brilliant. That is an absolutely astounding price for what is a brilliant game.
Yeah, and it's. I mean, even inside the insert, you get all these lovely. I mean, I'll have a bit extra from the Kickstarter, but these lovely kind of card dividers. It's beautiful. It's great.
Yeah, so setting up the game is really easy to do because of those dividers. It's just fantastic. Really, really good.
And I actually found the rules all right because I can read. Sprawl Ops is a game set in the Shadowrun universe, which I was only aware of through the old Xbox 360 game, which was like a class-based third-person shooter, which, strangely enough and unusually enough, I was actually quite good at. I remember coming in as a dwarf and shotgunning 5 fools away. But it didn't have much support, which is probably why I was one of the good ones, because not many people played. But this is a competitive game for 2 to 4 players, can be played in 60 to 90 minutes, and it's a cyberpunk worker placement game where you can control a team of Shadowrunners, and they can be sent on missions or loaned out to other players for a cost. And I think that's pretty sweet. This is coming in at $32.89. There's a really nice board in it. I think it's a kind of map-based board. Can't quite remember. And card play. But it just looks really, really nice. I haven't seen too many reviews, but the early things are... the early reviews are pointing to a very good and interesting game. And this one definitely caught my eye for the kind of unique thing of selling your workers to other people for them to use on their go. I think that's quite a cool little twister.
Good. Excellente.
Lastly.
Do you know any French, Nick?
Je m'appelle Nick.
Good.
That means I'd like a fish cake.
J'habite Sheffield. Common tapple too. Saucisson. Hohi, 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 ho.
I think what really sells an accent is a language is the accent.
Yep, absolutely. And so here is a French named game called Atelier. There we go, and that means painting studio or art studio. So Atelier is coming out, and basically it looks to be. Is that how you would pronounce it?
It's just the literal caption of the game is the painter's studio. It says it on the box right underneath. I just envisioned you going and researching that. I think it's on the box.
So it's on the box. Brilliant. I should just check the website next time. Brilliant. I was going through my French to English dictionaries from when I went to France. No, I wasn't. Anyway,
you abuse the power of Google Translate, and you know it.
Boom. On it. So it's still basically it is a dice rolling game, and it's kind of like a worker placement. What's really nice is that your player board is a artist's palette thing. You know, those things that you put your thumb through. You've got all the paints on there. That's nice.
So basically, taste.
Correct. The French love to eat, and so you have a whole load of different things to do. You've got to paint paintings by collecting different paints. It looks good, actually. I was like, oh, this actually looks pretty good.
Cool.
So, that'll be a good game to review. Looks like a good game, and it is at a great price as well because, hey, this is Zatu Games. The price is £26.
What?
Get ready for the 7 and 78p.
Point.
Boom.
Yeah, cool.
Boom. There it is.
Yeah, that looks interesting, that one. Very, very interesting. Good. I use that to entertain children too. So, apart from you being sexist and racist today, we're going to do
okay.
the French like to eat.
Yeah. French.
Do you want to slate old people as well, or?
No.
Okay, cool. You save that for a future episode. We did a little challenge for you last week. We're going to do a back and forth challenge, are we? Tell us what's going on.
What we're going to do is we are going to do the head-to-head from Blockbuster, which is from Big Potato Games. And so what is going to happen is I will pull from this stack of cards, these head-to-head cards, I will pull a card, and on it will have a category of, well, you'll see. And then basically we go...
So I've already read and have a list of movies for.
No, I haven't actually. And if you saw the playthrough of this, the live playthrough that Hairy Games Lords did, I was absolutely bobbins at this.
Good.
So
I'm worried about this because I do like movies.
I like movies. It's this thing here. So as soon as you press this thing, it all drains out of your ear, all of your knowledge. So what will happen is somebody will say it, then I will click this button, giving 15 seconds for the other person to come up with the name of a film.
Okay.
I'll press this button back and forth like that until somebody can no longer think. And
excellent.
People can help as well. So I'm gonna have the comments up there as well so that I can see.
I'll bet get them on my phone. I'm not sure they're as fast on eCam.
Oh, brilliant! Excellent. Right, here we go. Then.
I don't need any help. I'm a maverick.
Right, are you ready with the first one? I've not. Okay, here we go. What is it? Can you read it out?
Movies that are not in English.
Oh, whatever. We're not having that one.
I was ready then. Okay.
Well, I know about two on that. We're not having that.
Your racism's coming out again. Movies in black and white.
My days, are you kidding me?
Okay.
Right. Okay, are you starting off? Oh no, I'm going to start off. Oh, hold on a minute. Here we go. Right. The Artist.
Gone with the Wind?
Is that not... Is
Casablanca? One of them is. Oh, okay, Something Like It Hot.
Boom. Excellent. A Charlie Chaplin film. What the Fish?
Boom.
Right, you've won one there. Let's have another one of these.
Well, my next one was controversial because I was going to go for Pleasantville, which starts in black and white but turns into colour. Schindler's List.
Oh, there we go. We think of them now.
Saying Schindler's List like it's... Okay, come on. Next.
Right, what's this say? I can't...
Movies that take place in space. Oh, this is on.
Oh, this is going to be brilliant. Are you going to start this one?
Yeah.
Go on, then.
Spaceballs.
Star Wars.
Not allowed to do sequels, are we? Star Trek.
Not allowed to do sequels. Serenity.
Apollo 13.
Battlestar Galactica.
The Martian.
Well, it's in Mars. It's not in space, but we'll let you have that. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Gravity. Thanks, Tom. I was going to say it anyway.
Good. First Man.
What is First Man?
It's about First Man.
Captain Marvel.
Good. Any other help?
Oh, yeah.
Good. I'm happy for you.
If you say it, I'm going to be so cross.
Oh, my days. Lost
in Space.
Oh, my days. Is that even a film?
Yeah.
It's a series.
It was a film before it was a series, and then it was a film again with Joey from Friends. Alien. Thor.
Alien, of course. Now, I was going to say Thor, but is that in space or is that in a different
I mean, I'd let you off. I said The Martian.
Okay, yeah, I could have claimed that. Right, great. So that's 2 to you. If we were playing best of 3, you would have smashed this. But let's keep on
Play
going.
best of 7.
What's this one say?
Oh no, movies that have won an Oscar.
Oh, let's not do that. I'm rubbish at this. Let's do this one.
Movies that have been remade. You first, mate. It's you first.
Ocean's 11.
Lost in Space.
Oh, good. Star Wars.
Has that been remade?
It's not been remade.
It's got sequels and prequels.
Right, I'm absolutely bobbins at this game, but I love it. You've won it, haven't you? You've won it. We could play it all night because it's such fun, but I'm sure everyone else is bored. The Italian Job. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's absolutely yeah.
Good, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking. I read the Italian Job, and I was still thinking of the space themed one.
Alfie.
Good. The buzzers stop now. We don't.
So the rest of it would just consist of me naming them and you going, good, yeah, you're good.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a brilliant one. Yeah. Oh, let's just do one more. Have we got time for one more?
Yeah, you'll probably veto it anyway.
Let's do this one. I've started it already. This one.
That was our practice one earlier.
It was. Rat Race.
Chariots of Fire.
Cannonball Run.
Death Race.
Good. Fast and Furious.
Ooh, what was I thinking of earlier? Oh, I had loads earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Herbie.
That was mine. Smokey and the Bandit.
Ooh. Oh, we had that, Josh. We've had that. It's no good. Senna.
Oh. Come on, Sam. Come on, Josh. You've got to help me. This is not fair.
Just Mansell.
Talladega Nights.
Cars.
Torquay.
Do you mean talk?
There we go.
The tortoise and the hare.
It's your turn.
The tortoise and the hare.
Hey! Brilliant. I've won one. Fantastic.
I said the tortoise and hare 5 times.
Did you? Yeah. There was a lag on the line. I won it.
I don't even know the film.
That last one was
6 points.
Winner takes all as well. Fantastic. Brilliant.
So that's Blockbuster.
That is Blockbuster, everybody. There's a second round to it as well, but it's a lot of fun. Get involved.
Listen, every week we'll put up a little thing Wednesday morning or Tuesday evening. If you want to ask us any board game trivia that we can challenge each other with, we'll do it. Good. Don't make it too hard, but things like listen to that podcast for some inspiration. What is it?
Zat Chat.
This game is broken. That's never mind the Buzzcocks for board games. They have some good rounds, reading some flavour text from a game, and then you have to guess what the game is, or reading the first line of the rules. So we'll have some challenges. Thanks very much for watching Zatu live. I'm going to go take it.
I'm going as well.
Take my son to bed. You're off to the pub with your burritos.
Correct.
Let us know how that goes.
I will. In fact, no, I'm going to take Blockbuster with me to the pub. I'm also going to take The Insider.
Put photos on the Facebook page.
I will do
of
that.
Your burritos settled in someone's pint before you get knocked clean out.
Absolutely, yeah.
As always, we will see you next time. This is goodbye from the uncontested movie king.
Mm-hmm. And goodbye from me. I just like to have fun. Which is good because I'm crap at everything.
The games are the real winner.
That's right, absolutely.